Hey guys, Joe Madden here. This is the Pick Dogs YouTube. You're watching a Puckin Crazy for Saturday, April 9th. I don't know where time has gone. The morning has flown past, you guys. Sorry we didn't start right at 1 o'clock Eastern. I just needed to get some more free bets here for you in the NHL. Now we have 12 games on the board today. I'm going to talk every single one of these games, how our Saturday is going to roll. If anyone pops in, which I don't think anyone's coming in today, I'm just going to bring them in when they come in. We're going to start at the top of the card because games are kicking off soon. We're not going to talk about yesterday's on the weekend. We're just going to get straight into it, you guys. So the first game on the board we're going to discuss kicks off at 2 Eastern. So in the next 35 minutes, we have the New Jersey Devils taking on the Dallas Stars. Now, New Jersey enters as the dog on the road here at plus 212 on that money line. We have the Dallas Stars coming in at minus 256 on the money line and a total that's gone from 6 up to 6.5. In this one, what I am looking at, we have Dawes expected still in goal for the New Jersey Devils. He is allowing a 3.31 goals per game on average. The Dallas Stars are meant to start Jake Artiger. Now he is 25-12 and 1 with 2.48. I'm going to look at the Devils team total under 3.5. Sorry, it's under 2.5. We can get this under 2.5 at minus 138. And I really do see the Devils struggling to score in this one. I see the Stars defense controlling this game. I think you could take the under 6.5 for the full game as well. The only thing that worries me there is we see the New Jersey Devils in their last 10 games allowing 4.7 goals per game. So when I'm looking to place a bet, I'd rather place a bet where I feel the most confident, and that's in the Dallas Stars defense to hold down the Devils and their team total under that 2.5. Okay, we're going to move on to the next one. Like I said, guys, this is kind of like rapid fire on the weekends. I know you guys have so much to do. You got to get all these bets in. So the next game on the board is 3 o'clock Eastern. So you got a bit more time here. Washington Capitals taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins. Now, total of 6 in this one. We have the Penguins coming in here at home at minus 135. Washington Capitals at plus 115 on the road. And I do think we see the value on the Capitals today. Now, the Capitals on the road are 21-7 and 4 on the season. Pittsburgh at home are 19-11, 2 and 3. What I'm looking at, Vanek is expected in goal for the Washington Capitals. I do trust him here. He's allowing an average of 2.6 goals per game. And while the defense has been giving up the goals as of late, the Capitals come in here rested. And off rest, this team is strong. They've won their last 4 games playing on that 2 days rest. I'm going to look at taking them plus 115. I'm also going to look at taking their team total over 2.5. Jari is expected in goal for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Now, he's a fantastic goalie, nothing against him, but I could see the Washington Capitals getting over their team total of 2.5, hitting that 3 today. And I think it kind of puts us in a safer spot than taking them straight up on the money line. Well, I do think the value is there, and I do think they win this. I think this could go to overtime. So this could be a 3-3 game where we go to overtime, and then I would put Jari as the better goalie in overtime in this situation. So the best free play in this one is to take Washington's team total over 2.5. You're paying minus 140 on that. You guys know I'm sprinkling 100% on the Washington Capitals at that plus money there. They're just so strong playing on rest. They're also strong playing on the road. They've won their last 4 road games. We'll move on to the next game, you guys. We have the Florida Panthers taking on the Nashville Predators. Now, this one kicks off at 6 o'clock Eastern. We got a total of 7 here. The Predators come in at plus 110. The Florida Panthers at minus 130. I love the Predators at home in this one. We have Saros expected in goal for them. He's 35-21 and 3 on the season. He's only allowing an average of 2.55 goals per game. Now, the Predators' defense has been giving up more goals as of late at that 3.5, but offensively just playing lights out at 3.4. Panthers also playing lights out at 4.6 and allowing that 3.2. Spencer Knight's expected for them And I just look at it here. I think the home ice advantage of the Nashville Predators is so strong. They're 4-1 in their last 5 overall, and they're coming into this one rested and ready for the Florida Panthers. They're 4-1 in their last 5 games, playing on that 1 day's rest. I think you got a strong play on the over in this one as well. I could see this being another one that could go to overtime. We got a total of 7, so it is a little high, but you guys, I think this at worst goes 3-3 to overtime and pushes on that 7. But I really do think we probably have a 4-4 game going to overtime in this one. I know it's crazy, but we've seen these totals go this high. So I'm going to ride the over, but my strongest bet is on the Predators on that money line with that plus money. We then have the Montreal Canadiens taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, the Montreal Canadiens plus 289 on the money line, a minus 353 for the Leafs. And this total's gone up from 6.5, 7. Now, I still love the over here. We see a Toronto Maple Leafs team that is averaging 4.8 goals per game, allowing 3.4. Their defense really needs to step up, and so does Jack Campbell. Jack Campbell has a good goal against average for the season at 2.72, but he's been allowing too many goals in some of these games. And I really do think the Montreal Canadiens can come out strong against him today. The Montreal Canadiens offensively have been playing solid at 3.4 goals per game. They've been allowing too many, allowing the same as they're getting. But here's the kicker. I think the Montreal Canadiens pull off the upset today. Montreal has played Toronto so tight. They've won 5 of their last 6 meetings with the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Leafs are in a bad situation too. Coming home off a road trip, they haven't played in Toronto this month. So I think this is an automatic fade for me of the Toronto Maple Leafs, just in the situation, especially against a Montreal Canadiens team that always plays them tight. Jake Allen is expected for the Montreal Canadiens. He's allowing an average of 3.29 goals per game. They're 19 and 18 on that puck line. So if you want to be safe, you're still getting plus money on that puck line. You can take them plus 1.5. You're getting that around minus or plus 125 there. You guys know I'm freaking taking them straight up on that money line. But if you want the more cautious, the safer way to go, because Toronto finally does have to break the streak of beating the Canadiens, you could take them on that puck line. So you're just a little safer there if you're putting in lots of bets today. But I do think you can take that over with confidence in that one. Montreal won the last game. It was a 4-2 win for Montreal. So we'll need a little bit more out of the Toronto Maple Leafs to get us over that number. But I think we do see them coming in. They're playing lights out offensively. The next game on the board is we have the Columbus Blue Jackets taking on the Detroit Red Wings. Now, Columbus comes in here at minus 105 with the Red Wings at minus 115 and a total of 6.5. So when we look at this game here, you guys, I think the Columbus Blue Jackets are the better team in this. I think they've had some games and they've had some injuries and they've had some situations where I think their record should be better than it is. They're 15, 18, and 2 on the road this season, 19 and 16 on that puck line. Of course, no value here on the puck line. The Red Wings, I just can't get behind them. They are 3-5 and 2 in their last 10 games. They are only averaging 2.9 goals and they're allowing 4 goals per game. The Blue Jackets have struggled offensively and defensively in their last 10, only averaging 2.5 and allowing 3.6. In the last 4 in Detroit, they've also failed to win. But I do think this is one where they come out with the win. But I think this is going to be a lower scoring battle. I would definitely take the under 6.5 in this. The under is hit in 8 of the last 11 meetings. It's also 27 and 1 in the last 28 meetings in Detroit. The home team has had home ice advantage, but you guys, this is the Red Wings team that has just given up defensively. It's like they're laying down and they're not doing anything to stop anyone. Elvis is in goal for the Blue Jackets, which we know he does give up a lot of goals as well. So I think both these offenses need to get something going, and they just won't. So I'm going to take the under. I think the under is the best way to go. Okay, the next game on the board is Ottawa Senators taking on the New York Rangers. I'm excited to see actually how the New York Rangers come out in this. A lot of people don't value the Rangers as high as I do. They're coming in the books of valuing them nice and high today at minus 247 on that money line. So don't bet them on the money line. Ottawa Senators at plus 217. We've got a total staying steady at 6. And I think with this total at 6, you've got to look at this under. The Rangers are so strong defensively, you guys. In their last 10 games, they've only allowed 2.5 goals per game. The Ottawa Senators, surprisingly, defensively have been playing great, only allowing that 2.6. They have Forsberg expected in goal today. Now, Forsberg is 17, 15, and 3 with a 2.73 goals against average on the season. Shesterkin expected for the New York Rangers. We all know he can stand on his head. He's only allowing an average of 2.1 goals. Now, I'm 100% on this under. I think it's the best way to take it. I also think with this being an under game, this could be a 3-2 game. So there is value on the puck line with the Ottawa Senators at plus 1.5 at minus 125. But the thing is, you guys, we've seen the Rangers defensively shut out teams that are offensively stronger than the Ottawa Senators, and they've got a 3-0 win. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit the under in this one, but I wouldn't blame you if you took the Senators on that puck line because they have been playing strong, and this is going to be a low-scoring game. So it could be a 2-1, it could be a 3-2 or a 3-1 game. So I'm going to stay off that puck line. The next game on the board, you guys, is the Calgary Flames taking on the Seattle Kraken. You guys know I'm a homer here. I've sat here and told you I'm betting the Calgary Flames on the puck line, but bet how you want because I am a homer with my team. They're coming in here at minus 232 on that money line, plus 200 for the Seattle Kraken, and a total of 6. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys bet this one how you want. You know, I really think the best way to go with this is to take the Calgary Flames on that puck line at minus 1.5. They are by far the stronger team. I cannot see Seattle pulling off an upset here, even at home. We look at the Calgary Flames are 20-15 on the road this season. On that puck line, 22-11 and 2 straight up. We have the Seattle Kraken just struggling. We've got them 12-23 on that puck line at home. Markstrom is expected for the Calgary Flames. He's a mic drop in himself. The Calgary Flames have been averaging 3.42 goals per game this season and allowing 2.48. Now, they're limiting teams to 29.3 shots on goal, but the Seattle Kraken have actually defensively been strong, limiting the shots on goal to 29.1. The problem here is Grubauer is expected in net for them. The class difference between Markstrom and Grubauer is insane, you guys. The Seattle Kraken offensively hasn't been lighting up the numbers, and they're really going to struggle against Markstrom here. They've only averaged 2.58 goals on this season. What I'm going to do with this one, I think the safest way to go with this one, if you don't want to take Calgary on that puck line in case of the empty netter, in case they kind of look past the Seattle Kraken, is take Calgary's team total over 3.5. I am confident they can get 4 goals on Grubauer in this one. The next game, we have the Anaheim Ducks taking on the Philadelphia Flyers. Now, this is a 7:30 Eastern game in this one. And you guys, I just have to ride with the Flyers at home. I think they have a good opportunity to get the win. We've got Jones confirmed for them. He is allowing a lot of goals at 3.29. The Anaheim Ducks goalie is allowing only 2.55. But we look at the Ducks in their last 10. I can't put money with them. They're 1-7-2, averaging only 2.1 goals per game and allowing 3.4. I do think the Flyers have the advantage on their home ice, averaging 3 goals per game in their last 10, going 4-6. It's not like they're outstanding, allowing that 3.5. The Ducks have done strong in Philadelphia, going 7-2 in the last 9 meetings in Philadelphia, but they haven't done strong overall, going 1-4 in the last 5 meetings. I think I just have to ride with the Philadelphia Flyers here. I don't absolutely love it, you guys, but I think that's the best way to go for a free play in this one. The next game on the board is the New York Islanders taking on the St. Louis Blues. The New York Islanders are plus 115 here on the money line. St. Louis Blues minus 135 with a total of 5.5. Now we have a super low total in this one. I could see it going over, and I could see the St. Louis Blues getting the win here. But the best bet for this one is I'm going to look at the first period for the St. Louis Blues. I think they come out strong to start this, and they're fighting. They're fighting for the top 3 in the Central Division. I think you can take them for the full game overall. The Islanders love to play upset, get these upset wins when they're a road dog. So I'm a little leery of it, but I do think at minus 135, you can take the St. Louis Blues. The next game on the board is the Colorado Avalanche taking on the Edmonton Oilers. You guys, I do see all of your questions in here. I will look at these after we just run through these games. I want to make sure everyone gets everything out as soon as possible here, because I know it's late for a Saturday coming out here right now. So the Colorado Avalanche and the Edmonton Oilers, you guys, this is a 10 o'clock Eastern game. We have the Avs rolling in here at minus 116, the Edmonton Oilers at minus 104 at home. You never see them this much of, I know they're not plus money dog, but they're still a dog in this one. We got a total of 6.5. This is going to be an interesting game and probably one of the best games of the night. You guys know I'm not the biggest Edmonton Oilers fan. What I'm looking at is we still have the same issues with the Edmonton Oilers. It's their goaltending and their defense. I don't want to sound like I'm repeating myself every show, but it's the case. And we got Mike Smith expected in goal for them again. Now, he has been playing better as of late, but I still do think we can look at team totals over for the Colorado Avalanche. I don't have that number right in front of me. You could look at this full game over that 6.5. I know it's high, but the Oilers have gone over in 11 of their last 12 games. We've also seen the Oilers go over off rest. They're off 1 day's rest here. They're 9-3 to that over off rest. The Abs do play to the under, you guys, only allowing a 2.6 goals per game on average. But I think with them rolling into Edmonton, this is going to be a harder game than they expect. The Edmonton Oilers, well, they probably expect a hard game. The Edmonton Oilers are offensively just playing so great. You guys know it pains me to say that. They're averaging 4.1 goals per game. They should have a good one in this. If I had to pick a side, I would be leaning on the Avs to come in here strong, just because the weaknesses in goaltending for the Edmonton Oilers, it wouldn't be offensively that they're not going to show up. You could prop bet a lot of the players today in this game on both sides, because I think we do see a lot of goals. The next game on the board is the San Jose Sharks and the Vancouver Canucks. One game I'm not super excited for, you guys. We have a total of 5.5 on this one. We have the Sharks plus 136. We have the Vancouver Canucks minus 151. I don't want to lay minus 151 with the Canucks, and the total of 5.5. Now, because I don't want to lay that with the Canucks, I'm not going to, but I do think they get the win here. You could take them in regulation, which you're going to get better odds there. Demko is expected for them. I'm looking at the goalie matchup, and Reimer is expected for the San Jose Sharks. Now, both of these goalies are strong. Both are holding opponents down. The San Jose Sharks goalie Reimer is only allowing an average of 2.77, while Vancouver Canucks Demko is allowing 2.66. He is the stronger goalie, but not by much. I do look at what they're playing defensively to the Vancouver Canucks, holding opponents to 2.5 defensively, and the San Jose Sharks holding them to 3.2. I think we have an under game written all over it. I know this total is low at 5.5, and with how games are playing out, it's scary to take that under 5.5, but I see it all day long. I think this is a 3-2 game at the most. The under is 8-3 in the Sharks' last 11 versus the Pacific. And the Canucks are 6-2-1 in their last 9 overall. So I really do think we got a lower scoring one. You could lay the juice with the Vancouver Canucks, but I'm not willing to pay that much juice for the Vancouver Canucks. The last game on the board, you guys, the Arizona Coyotes taking on the Vegas Golden Knights. Now this is 10 o'clock Eastern too. We have a total of 6 in this one. The Arizona Coyotes come in at plus 302. The Vegas Golden Knights minus 369. This game is one where I think it's just Vegas all day long. But that puck line, I'm getting no value, you guys. And minus 1.5 on that puck line. They are still minus 145. I hate to lay that against the Arizona Coyotes team that has been strong on the puck line, going 19-17 on the road. And we all know Vegas has let us down on that puck line, going 13-24. I'm going to look. There's a couple ways I start to look at this. I looked at the total. I could see Vegas playing strong in this game, getting us over that 6. Their team total, because I don't like to rely on Arizona. So I was looking at their team total. It's 4.5. It's plus 134. They have to get 5 goals on an Arizona Coyotes team that has allowed an average of 3.8 in their last 10. They're only averaging 1.8, which is why I hate taking this total over. I think Vegas comes in for payback. The last time they played each other, it was a 3-1 win for the Arizona Coyotes back in February. Vegas has been averaging 3.3 in their last 10. The only way I'm going to take this is Vegas in the first period. We saw at the start of the season, middle of the season, Vegas coming out so strong in that first period, especially at home. I think we see that in this one. I know they've let us down in a couple of games in the first period, but we can take them in that first period at minus 115. And we're not laying that much juice. And I think it's a great way to take this game. So the only way I'm going to bet this one, because I can't get there with that 5 goals, especially when they've only averaged 3.3. If this was Edmonton over that 3.5 or 4.5, I could get there, but not with the Vegas Golden Knights. They've let us down in situations. So I'm going to take them in the first period at minus 115. Oh, that was it was a lot to say in 22 minutes, you guys. I'm just going to look at your comments here. I want to say thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Primo, best of luck in your bets today. And Donald, thank you so much for saying you'll marry me for a green card. Probably shouldn't advertise that on here, but I appreciate it. Let's see what else you guys have to say. I'm not sure what you mean. What do you recommend for someone who's seen less than 5 hockey games, but interested? I don't know what I would recommend if you're not a hockey watcher. Definitely check out my Absolutely videos. That's normally my best free play in hockey for the day. I'm going to recap all of my bets here. So I will tell you which ones I feel strongest about. But yeah, I want to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you for being here today. It's my pleasure to do this show now on weekends. So let's quickly go back to the start of the card here, if my mouse will work. And I will let you guys know each and every single one of the bets, free bets that I'm playing in these games. So the New Jersey Devils, Dallas Stars, I'm going to take the Devils team total under 2.5. This is one that I absolutely love at minus 138. I'm going to take the Washington Capitals with the plus money and their team total over 2.5 at minus 140. I think that's the strongest way to take that one, is their team total. The Montreal Canadiens and the Toronto Maple Leafs. I absolutely love the Montreal Canadiens on the puck line. I think that's the strongest way to take this. I'm sprinkling on the money line, and I'm also going to take the over. The Nashville Predators and the Florida Panthers. I'm going to take the Predators with that plus money and lean on that over. Ottawa Senators and New York Rangers. I'm going to take the under 6 as the best play. You could look at the Senators as well on that puck line because I think it's a tight one. the Columbus Blue Jackets, and the Detroit Red Wings. I do think the under 6 is the best way to take this game. The Anaheim Ducks and the Philadelphia Flyers. I'm going to rely on the Flyers at home at -115. Don't love it, you guys. It's just a lean. The Calgary Flames and the Seattle Kraken. I'm going to lean on the Calgary Flames at -1.5 on that puck line. The best free play, I think, is the Calgary Flames team total over 3.5. The Colorado Avalanche and the Edmonton Oilers. I think you can look at the Colorado Avalanche's team total over. You can also look at the over for the full game. The New York Islanders and the St. Louis Blues. You look at the St. Louis Blues for the full game in this one. You can also look at them for that first period. The Arizona Coyotes and the Vegas Golden Knights. I think Vegas in the first period at -115 on that money line is the best way to take this game. The San Jose Sharks and the Vancouver Canucks. You guys, I'm not going to lay that money with the Vancouver Canucks, but I will hit the under 5.5. You guys, thank you so much for joining me. Really appreciate you guys being here with me every day. Just reading these messages here. Chris, make sure you join me tomorrow, and I will have your free play between those two teams there. Beat your Sabres. We'll see what happens. We got to look at what happens today in these games, and then I will I'll have more info on those ones today. But you guys, again, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. The Avs could be tired after a tough one last night. It is possible, but they are professional athletes. So I think they're still going to play the Edmonton Oilers hard. The under 1.5 at +120 in the Vegas game in that first period. Yeah, I could see this being a 1-0 in the first period, Miss Danica. So I do like the under 1.5 at +120. I do think Vegas goes up in the first. Okay, you guys. Hammer Calgary -1.5. Calgary is going to have a great night against the Kraken. Man, those Kraken better not do me dirty tonight. But you guys, all the best in all your bets. Thank you for joining me here. Man, I can't talk. It's been a long morning. Started on the soccer show at 7 o'clock my time, which was 9 o'clock Eastern. I am ready for another coffee, you guys. I've done this only on 2 coffees today, which is not like me. You guys know I've had 3 normally by 6 a.m. But you guys have a fantastic day. Keep smiling, and you know the drill. Let's make some frickin' money. Bye, guys.